Gaming, one of the best parts of life, and that's all we're going to be discussing today, as usual. Welcome to the Gamer Podcast. My name is Brownish and I'm your radio otaku, and I am here alongside a few gamers, as it usually is. Whatever else they do is not my business, it's not important. But this is all about gaming. And to the far right, I've got Andre, and I'm going to let them all introduce themselves, starting from Andre.
What I do is important, bro. Just to be very clear. But hi guys, my name is Andre. I work with Gamer as the operations manager. As my leader said, I am a gamer. I love multiple forms of games, from RPG to sports games like ES, NBA, 2K. And I'm here with my colleague who has a different view on games.
Oh my god. Hi guys, my name is Mide and I'm the comms and marketing lead at Gamer. I play Candy Crush.
Let's go on to the next person, please. We don't care about that.
I prefer really not to speak.
My name is Bloodsport. I am a content creator, a gamer, and I'm a content creator for Gamer.
That actually rhymed. That was good.
It works.
All right, so 2025 is set to be a phenomenal year in gaming, right? We're going to have so many games come out, aside from the fact that there are going to be more updates for Candy Crush as usual. But we're also going to be having great games come out like GTA 6. Now, GTA 6 has been teased since 2023. I don't know what Rockstar Games were doing. People have come outside to say that it's not really going to come out for this year, but Rockstar Games have not confirmed that there's been any delay, so we're still expecting this to come out between September and December 2025. But there have been mixed reviews before the game has even come out. And one of those mixed reviews is actually held by our friend here, Andre, who actually thinks that GTA is really not all that. Shocker! I know.
First of all, before you people come from my head, I didn't say GTA is not all that. I said GTA 6. For me, is not as exciting, and I have my reasons.
It's not even out yet.
So let me explain. Okay,
So-
the thing is this: I do not understand how a game that's lasted this long, a franchise that lasted this long, took this long to release GTA 6.
It's marketing.
What are you marketing?
I mean, the buzz.
What buzz?
Do you know?
You have the buzz. I mean, don't get me
Have you seen
wrong.
the trend? Have you seen people are expectant?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's
For me,
expectant. I'm expecting
I
of
was
EFC 26.
Oh, I mean, every 2 years, guy.
No, it's
Every year.
Yeah.
Imagine.
You see consistency. You see my point? So this is the thing, yeah. GTA 6.
Wukong, for example.
Wukong is a new game.
Yes, it's a new game, but do you know how far we actually waited for it?
I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, GTA 6 has been teased since like 2023. Yeah? This is 2025. It's coming out when?
It's coming out between September and December.
Cool. We're here. We know like there's so many games that are going to come out even before it. We have Final Fantasy coming out.
Yeah, most definitely.
We have Hogwarts Legacy 2.
Mm-hmm.
We have The Witcher, for example. And for me, The Witcher has a lot more buzz.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Of course, because of controversy.
Yeah.
But yeah, buzz all the same. And then you have GTA 6. And don't get me wrong, GTA is like a wonderful game. Yeah, I mean, I love GTA Online. I love the open world customization. I love the fact that, I mean, they've managed to create that community within GTA. But for me, okay, I'm not.
If we start talking about GTA ladies,
well,
this is going to be a very different type of video.
Exactly. Let's keep that part for now. Maybe we come back to it. But still, like, what is GTA 6 about? Like, what's different from GTA 5? I mean, we've all seen the trailers there. And I know you guys have your own salient points on what is different, but for me, like, it's Michael with guns all over again.
So, I guess we're going to find out what is special about GTA 6 when it comes out. But we're heavily anticipating it. Aside from that, I wanted to ask the guys, what's your favorite GTA game?
Don't ask me.
I'm not coming to you
I
first
mean,
before they beat you outside.
I do have one. But
What's your favorite
For
game?
me, I have
GTA
to say Vice City because my mama beats me on top this game.
Really?
I think the same for most people, though.
Is it the same for you?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Vice City?
Yes.
What's yours?
It doesn't
It's
have.
GTA 5.
Is GTA 5?
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
See, I'm a very community-based person. Like, I love games that I stay alone, obviously, yeah? And I like games that I can play in my own comfort zone and still be able to connect to people around the world. And obviously, GTA 5 brought that with GTA Online and all that. So, for me, it's the fact that they opened up to, I would say, innovation in that situation. Like, they managed to bring people from around the world to now start to play with each other on a game that most people thought was just I sit at home and like play this in my own free time. Now you can connect with people, you can like interact with people
Network.
in the game. Exactly.
Makes
sense.
So for me, that's why I love GTA 5, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what exactly is different with GTA 6? And I will keep saying this because, for example, I know people are going to come from me. I said the EFC, and I'm talking about what's different.
Because nothing is different in
No,
the EFC.
there is.
What?
I mean,
Aside from the fact that I changed their name.
no, they changed it in 24. First of all, I have it.
Yeah,
I have it. One, and that's a major dispute problem. Please, I'm not going to talk about
EFC.
disputes. We don't have the rights to discuss such aspects.
Yeah.
Please, thank you very much. But like, they introduced playstyles at some point. They introduced air promotion at some point. They introduced rules at some point. And if you do play the game avidly, you notice that all of these things they introduce,
They have impact.
they have like serious impact.
So you can say this because you've played it. And
No,
I
it's
think
not
we
about.
should
It's
just
not
do
about.
it.
No, in fact, before EFC 25 came out, it was very clear what the rules were going to do in the game. If you get my point, like you can't take, for example, one of the most popular cards on EFC 25 now, and I know I'm diverging from like new games, but one of the most popular cards on EFC 25 now is the Champions League Bellingham,
Yeah.
and he has role pluses in CAM, but most people use formations that put him in center mid. In center mid, he has no role plus, and then as popular as he is, most people can use him in that position.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new level of customization for players.
So you have to
play
actually
styles.
pay attention
Exactly
to the game.
to the game and like to every single detail of the game when you want to play it. And for me, that's what new age games are about. It's about understanding each and every aspect of those games, of the characters in those games. I mean, the characters that you're able to use, and then enjoying those characters to suit your own play style. For me, GTA is fun and all that, but like, really, what is
Different.
For
About
me, GTA 6 is going to be very, very good. For
It's
me.
going to be
The
awesome.
reason why I said it's going to be very good because a lot has changed and not everybody likes football. Not everybody
no, for
likes
sure. I
to
mean,
play
I'm not going to
RPG.
like
I don't
be
like
here
it.
and sit. You play Candy Crush.
Yes. I play Candy Crush. Wholeheartedly.
Anyway, my favorite GTA game has to be San Andreas. And here's why.
I mean, shout out to San Andreas.
Lovely,
to be fair.
lovely.
It started. If you ask me, San Andreas started the actual buzz for
Yeah.
GTA.
Yeah.
Because San Andreas, for me, as a teenager or as a kid, growing up and playing San Andreas was the first game that I was able to play, and it wasn't a straight game. If you remember, back then, the games used to be very linear. They were all about if you go to this place, you complete this mission, and you go. The worst thing that could happen is that maybe you didn't complete the mission on time, and then you would die, and then you have to start again. San Andreas was the first game that showed me that you can literally be doing side missions for hours and you haven't actually advanced the game. You can just be making money, doing things, and that's it. You know, so
love making money.
do you get what I mean? So San Andreas was a game that, and it was one of those things where my cousins would tell me, "Oh, don't do any main mission, just play the side missions."
Yes,
Do you get what I mean?
That's
So
why
it was you were able to bond with your family because there are some parts of it that you could play even as a kid.
I think it's good at this point because you have your own opinion, sweet opinion, good opinion about each GTA that's come out. So that means obviously this coming out.
For me, I love every. I love every.
It's going to
Now,
bring a
You love
different-
every GTA. Every.
because of their storyline.
Every.
Because of their storyline.
I mean,
For real.
people bringing social
Every
media into it
GTA.
and things are
Even
going
GTA 6 is gonna be awesome.
I mean,
The
Devil's
storyline
Advocate
is
You
gonna
will
be
come
Yeah.
back to this podcast and you
Don't
say
worry.
yes.
I will play the game.
We
I
told
will play
you.
the game.
You
I will
see.
play the
You
game.
will
Obviously,
come and
I
say,
mean,
"Love it,
I'm not
guys."
saying I won't play
And you
the
be
game.
the advocate.
Me.
Wait till then.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Worry.
Anyway,
Come back to that.
we've had a conversation about GTA 6, which is coming out, and we did have a conversation about other new games that are going to be coming out as well, which include the likes of The Witcher.
Yes. The Witcher.
So this is a conversation I think that we should have,
My gender.
right?
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer: no, the conversations had on this podcast are had purely for the sake of conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not necessarily because any of the views that are given here are held by any of the people on this podcast.
Yeah.
We're discussing views of other people.
We're discussing general
basically
views,
what we've seen
right?
online.
Yes. From comment sections
and whether or not now we're going to talk about it because you cannot stop us from talking about it. So let's
In
have a
fact, no
conversation.
disclaimer.
Let's do it now.
Disclaimer.
For The Witcher 4, something interesting is happening,
Okay.
right? The protagonist for The Witcher 4 is going to be female.
Kids, by the gods!
No.
And he's going to be a witcher. Not a witch, but a witcher.
Yep.
According to Witcher law, a female cannot become a witcher.
Don't live by the books.
So there have been conversations that this just has to do with, a certain an inclusivity thing, and people are saying leave inclusivity out the door and let us play our video games.
Okay, I'm just going to say this regardless, yeah. Woke culture needs to stop. Like, for real, man. Like,
Don't live by the books.
you need to stay on one side, okay? Live by the books, don't live by the books. Like,
Because
listen,
Okay, let's hear what she has to say.
I hear you, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to shut you down, please.
Okay.
But like, listen, it's a video game based off a law. Do you understand? And there is already a storyline that the fandom already understands. Then you come with Witcher 4 and then you're building so much plot armor.
So you're basically bending the rules so that you can.
Just so you can include. And mind you, you could have included a female character as one of the main characters in Witcher.
But not as a witcher.
Not as the Witcher.
Okay, Mo, sorry to cut you off. I don't know if you've seen the Witcher series on.
Yeah, definitely.
So there is there's a new series that's gonna be like the girl that Witcher is trying to protect. She was already training to become a Witcher because she's like she has the capability to become a Witcher. She has like the magic. She has gone through combat. She was training to become a Witcher. So I feel like there's nothing really bad.
Okay, so let me
about
ask you this.
female Witcher.
Let me ask you this. What stopped her from being a Witcher?
Oh, stop that. I think it's just the gender now. You just say the gender.
It was not necessarily gender. Another thing with Witches is this, and I mean, if you're a Witcher fan, you know that there is also the physical toll it takes.
Yes.
Especially the spells and like what you have to do to actually finish the entire program.
Yes.
per se. I mean, it's obviously not your average course in university.
Yes.
But there is a toll it takes on you. There's also like that effort you need to put in that. No offense, you can get to a particular level and then fatigue is going to set in.
Yeah.
Even the main character had a lot of fatigue set in at some point. Do you get my point? Now, there is nothing stopping her from being one of the top characters that even saves The Witcher, for example. And this is me just spinning off from like what we've seen in the series. But she could be a top character without being The Witcher herself. Because I mean, like you said when we introduced it, she's not the witch. The title is not changing. You're bending the rules completely to suit a narrative. And for me, that's woke culture. And fine, woke culture has saved some things, but maybe not every. I don't think it's every single aspect of life you need to like force down your throat.
Okay.
Take for example, I mean, we're talking about video games, but our very close cousin is the movie industry. And you see what's happening in the movie industry with everything being bent to fit a particular narrative at this point. And that's just my take. I mean,
okay. I think.
Okay, so now just to clarify, right? So according to Witcher law, the trial of grasses is a ritualistic process that involves intense physical and magical transformations. It's what makes it impossible for women to become witchers. The trial of the grasses involves the consumption of potions and mutagens that alter the body's physiology, granting witchers their supernatural abilities. However, these mutagens are said to be highly toxic and can only be survived by males. In the books, it's explained that mutagens work by altering the testosterone levels in the body, which is why only males can undergo the transformation. Females, on the other hand, would not be able to survive the process due to their different hormonal makeup. Now, this aspect of Witcher law has been debated a lot amongst fans, with some arguing that it's outdated and a sexist concept. However, it's worth noting that the Witcher series is deeply rooted in Slavic mythology and European folklore, where such ideas about gender and biology were more prevalent. Now, when you consider all of this, it basically just says that the process of becoming a witcher is impossible, has been impossible for females because there's never been a female who was strong enough to bear it.
or had the testosterone level to survive it.
But you know, video
should be an
games.
exception.
But video games, and if we're being very honest, video games and just law in general and fiction has always been about special characters. In the sense that, like, every video game, when you look at even down from Super Mario to Sonic to even damn GTA that we're talking about, San Andreas, it's been all about characters that break the mold. It's been about characters that refuse to conform.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not like, you know, the Witcher 4 character, the female character, I forgot her name now, is Ciri.
Yeah.
It's not like Ciri has had a regular life. She was trained by Geralt, and she's close to Yennefer as well. So
qualified.
she
I mean,
has the
listen,
training.
guys, listen,
She's
guys.
a witch. Partly witch.
So-
You're proving my point.
Okay.
So the name of the game is not The Witch. It's called The Witcher. So basically, what I'm saying is,
There is witch there.
what I'm saying is, in the theme of games being about special characters, perchance there was a special female whose testosterone levels could be altered, and also who is strong enough to bear the pain that men traditionally are expected to bear
let's
to become
take pain
neutral.
thresholds out of this because I feel like pain threshold it's a threshold at the end of the day.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they
A
You can
woman
break
will
it.
be able to- I feel like, and this is my problem with the entire concept. You're leaving we the fans to do all of this defending because of the loopholes that you've created by just
Trying to change it.
trying
Exactly.
to change. So a lot of plot
there
armor
could
just to
have,
justify
there could have
it.
been like a build up to this.
True.
Not saying that Witcher 4 should not have come out.
So technically, Witcher 3 did have a little bit of it because
It
you would
was a
see
touch.
Siri.
It was a touch. I mean, like, see, you say a lot of characters like breaking the mold or whatever. Why is a giraffe not black meat? It's based on a story in a particular time.
Okay, well.
So basically, what you're saying is that why not
Assassin's
just
Creed
That's the
built.
same issue.
Well,
we
like
have.
a
No,
build
no,
up,
but
like
Assassin's Creed has
storyline
built
or
up a
something.
long
Yeah.
time, and you could see a lot of inclusion coming in,
Yeah.
even before now in Assassin's Creed, for example.
Okay.
You could see that build up like clearly, and I think for me it's always about like the pathway that the game developers choose before introducing like a new character.
So you think that they jumped? To
I
the
feel
gun?
like they jumped the gun. Exactly.
They
I'm not
should have
saying
just had
there should be no
something-
female. I mean, because we've experienced this, and biologically, yes, you can have testosterone infusions or whatever, and then have the capacity to take what it, have what it takes.
But you're saying that it's too
I-
early
but, like,
to
I
have
feel
a
like-
female Witcher.
Yeah, I feel like
More
there
like
could
they
have been a
slammed
build
it on
up
our face.
in a way
on our
that
faces and just
see,
wanted
take
to
for
accept
example, like Siri was in Witcher 4, but not as the Witcher, for example. And then towards the end of Witcher 4, you see that Geralt has no choice
But to
but
try
to
and
try and get her to that point that you have no other option than to take over this mantle.
Okay.
to be fair,
Yeah.
the game isn't out yet, so we don't know if that's going to happen at the start of the
I
game.
mean,
but
this is the same thing we said for GTA 6.
I'm just saying
this is the same
because
thing
the games are not
people
out
did
yet.
for GTA 6.
But
But there's a female protagonist for GTA 6. Same thing.
Yeah.
yes,
I don't have a
so,
problem with that. You see,
so shout out to female protagonists and shout out to games that are coming out in
How about Ghost of
2025.
Yote?
If
Female inclusion.
Ghost of Yote, we're having a female protagonist.
that was FD.
Intergalactic,
There's
we're
Female.
having female.
Come on.
So you guys are
no,
not
you see my
the
point. So you see, no. So this is where I need us to be very clear. And I know Mide is doing a happy dance now. There is really no problem with female characters taking the lead.
the problem
By
is
all
when you-
means, I love EAFC for one thing.
Because
You
both
have-
guys and babes.
You have guys and babes
Yeah.
on the field, and you have one of my favorite cards last year was Gacy for Manchester United women.
Yeah.
She was overpowered to an extent. She was very useful. Another one of my favorite players this year is Bright Sprint. She's a female character, she's a female icon. And you have a lot of people having Graham Hansen in their team or Aitana Bomati. They are female characters.
The goats,
They're
by
female-
the way.
Exactly, yes, thank you very much. But they are female characters that take the lead without you having to defend why they should be in that lead.
So you basically mean that it should be more about the story than the wokeness.
Yes, that's all I'm asking for. Like, you don't have to force wokeness. There is
Down our
an
throats
actual
first.
valid angle to bring in these characters into this game
It just requires a bit
without
of
you
brainwork.
just being
Just
yeah,
to
we're
be
being
cool,
inclusive.
yeah.
I mean, it's like your typical workplace saying, yeah, we're inclusive. We had 60% of this, 40% of this, and maybe 1.1% of this.
But what I feel is that there is time for everything. I just feel like this is just their time. Why not just let them have it? Because this thing, if you look at,
So I'm going to ask you a question that
Okay.
will put you in trouble on this podcast.
okay,
Are you saying that this particular time now is the only time that females will thrive in
No.
video games?
On that note,
try me from
on
now.
that note, drop in the comments which one is your favorite GTA game, and also let us know what you think about The Witcher 4 having a female protagonist.
Protagonist.
Siri is set to be The Witcher in The Witcher 4, and we're looking forward to all these lovely games like Hogwarts. Hogwarts is coming out
Hogwarts
as well.
Legacy 2.
Hogwarts Legacy 2.
I have no comments on that, don't worry.
And so many other games are going to be
Indiana
coming out in
Jones,
2025. We're having so much fun. Make sure you join us for the podcast again, same time. Go follow us on YouTube, on Gamers YouTube.
I mean, YouTube, Instagram, just check down the description below. You'll see all our handles.
HQ,
Everywhere
Gamer
to
HQ,
find us,
everywhere.
you'll find it. You can follow us on our personal pages. We might follow back.
Anyway, we're going to have all
best.
our names and our social media handles at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you go follow us on social media as well, and we can continue this conversation over there. And from us, from here, is bye for us
you.
and bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
GG's, guys.